Hi, everyone. My name is Shadi Gad. I'm the Senior Marketing Manager for Guinness World Records in the Middle East. And today we actually are celebrating International Women's Day. And we have a very special guest with us today, which is Eva Clarke. She has broken 16 Guinness World Records titles so far, and I know she'll be doing more. Basically today we're just, no, I'm gonna, before we get her on to talk, I'm just gonna have introduce the topic, talk a bit about famous female record holders, a bit about our values as a company as well, and how we work towards gender equality as well. And I'll just start with a little story. And this one happened actually not so far from here. And this was a record attempt achieved by Dubai Police in collaboration with Emirates. And this was for the heaviest aircraft pulled over 100 meters by a team of males. Now, they managed to pull this plane and they managed to do it with 100 men. So what happened is the women actually approached the company and said, you know what, we want to do the same thing, but we'll do one better. Actually, we'll do it with less people. And so they actually managed to achieve this with 77 women. Which was quite remarkable, actually. And I think the story here is that when given the opportunities, gender equality can actually be achieved. It's just a matter of opportunities. And that's one thing that International Women's Day celebrates, which leads us to our next point, which is what is this day about? And what this day is about is a global day celebrating social, economic, cultural, and political achievements of women. So there's two things that we do want to achieve today, which is we celebrate the women's achievements and we also rally for women's equality. And this isn't a role that's just given to women to achieve these things. There's also men that have to be that. They also play a role in this. So as a man, my role is not only to celebrate women's achievements, but also to educate myself about gender inequality. I can do this by joining presentations like there is one today. I can do this by speaking to my colleagues, my female colleagues, understanding their stories. It's really important to understand the world through the eyes of our female counterparts. So that's definitely something that we embrace in our company. It goes along with our values, actually. And our 4 values in Guinness World Records are integrity, respect, passion, and inclusiveness. And the main thing here that we're targeting in terms of inclusiveness is we believe in offering record breaking for everyone, everywhere. So regardless of gender, obviously things like nationality and race, but specifically focused today on gender, because we do not stop people from achieving records based on any gender. So I'm going to talk about 3 examples here. One of them is Harnam. She's based in the UK, and she's an anti-bullying and body image activist. And basically, she has a really remarkable journey. And what happens is she is the youngest woman with a full beard. And she achieved this at the age of 24. She spent years and years going through bullying. She had a horrible life growing up. And all of this was because of a syndrome, an ovary syndrome, that causes, it's an imbalance of hormones that led to her growing a beard. And she spent years trying to remove all her hair. And then obviously what happened is once she started feeling more empowered, she began to grow it and then she accepted it. And her story is actually remarkable. And I think after this call as well, if anybody wants to approach me, I can talk to you more about it. I can send you some newspaper articles or anything, get some online articles about her story, because it really is remarkable. And that's one thing that we celebrate in Guinness World Records, which is the remarkable. Another woman here. This is actually a really interesting story. There's not much of a story here. It's just a woman that is able to roll frying pans, and I thought this is really interesting because it's extremely impressive. So I'm just going to leave this here for a bit. Sorry, the sound isn't working, but it's insane. I've watched this video like 10 times. Don't know how she does it, but basically it's just also to show that these are the kind of records that are always associated with men, but they're actually achieved by women as well. And finally, this is actually a record not far from home. This is achieved by Arij Al-Hamadi. She's an Emirati female football player. She also plays for the UAE national team. And she achieved the record for the most football hot stepper ball control tricks in 1 minute. She actually broke the previous the record, which was 56 repetitions. She actually did 86, and this was part of Guinness World Records Day last year. She spent years growing up being told that football is not for women, not for ladies. Why don't you try something else? And she always fought this, and she always started creating teams, small teams, football teams, that she can actually work with people to kind of break this tradition of football only being associated with men. So these are three women, just very small examples of the kind of things that women achieve as part of the Guinness World Records. And we're going to move on to the next woman, and we have her here today, who's Eva Clarke. And instead of me talking about her, I'm not going to introduce her, because she's going to introduce herself and talk to you about her amazing story. So please welcome Eva.
Hello, team. Can you hear me? Here I am. Thank you, Shadi. Now, before we go on, if anyone has any questions that they'd like to put up in the chat while I'm giving my little speech on how awesome all us women folk are, please put them in there so I can reflect back on them as I'm talking, and hopefully answer any questions you have about my journey for records. Okay, so in a nutshell, who is Eva Clarke? Okay, after Shadi's spoken about those fantastic women, I'm just another one. So what do I see as my strength? And I put this up there, and hashtag just a mum. Okay, when I think of women, it's not being anything other than what you are as a person individually. If you decide that to be just a mum, or just, you know, to be a business savvy woman, that's fine. Whatever you choose to be, that is who you are. And that's what makes us women fantastic, is that we can do anything we want. I guess that makes men fantastic as well, but this is our moment to shine, and we've come a long way. And I can't have done this, though, without a whole team behind me. And my team involved a lot of fantastic women and men to get me to where I am today, and to have achieved 16 Guinness World Records. Put this picture up. It's probably one of my favorite records. And it was a team effort on the grounds that when I felt like quitting, when I felt like I couldn't give any more, I had a wonderful bunch of people pushing me through. Now, this one was the 24-hour pull-ups record at Awada Mall. And I put that little quote there. I cried a little, I laughed a lot. And I think at midnight, my team and I got a little crazy and decided to push through. Everybody kept pushing me. They would get down and do push-ups, and it pushed me to keep going. Okay, it's midnight here. I'm in Australia. And right now, I think for me to stay awake, I'd actually love to be doing push-ups. But right now, with everything that I elect to do, I've always had a fantastic team around me helping me get through that. So, you know, credit to anyone out there trying to be the best they can be. It generally does take a team to get you through. So has anyone got any questions about that? About me being just a mom, and why I use that hashtag? Like I said, it's just something I put up there because I'm so much more. I do have 3 children, but in life, they are my driving force, amongst other things, including my husband. Okay, but I just thought I'd put that up there and share that. Next slide, Shadi, please. Okay, there I am. Righto. Pull-ups, one of my favorite things to do. My mind was absolutely fried. My body was absolutely aching. But my motto, if the mind is willing, the body is able. And I've taken what I'm capable of doing, yeah, and that is being physically and mentally strong. And I've made myself, challenge myself each and every day. I set simple goals, well, simple for some, okay, maybe me, crazy for others. But I take what it is, I've got the grit and the drive, and I make sure that I make every day count. And I do. I don't think I would be complete if I didn't challenge myself as a mum, as a wife, as a female. So that's just something that I do. And when I think about having the opportunity to have these records under females, I feel ecstatic that Guinness do recognise that. When I think about the challenges, the men that I speak to that are, you know, trying to achieve these records, because a lot of men and women reach out to me to do this. You know, nothing is stopping them. And I'm not just a role model for females. I feel that in this industry, this Guinness World record breaking industry, okay, that we all become inspirations for each other, and nothing stops us. We're not bound by gender. Oh, next slide. I was just pressing that. Okay, so that one was meant to be a video, but unfortunately I didn't create it too well. Now, records, I've broken it just a couple. Okay, righto. So 16 in my time, starting with push-ups, burpees. The ones in the red, you can see that I've highlighted like 1 minute burpees, 1 minute burpee variations, 12-hour burpees, 24-hour burpees. They have been broken by other females. Now, what makes this so fantastic is that when I was looking for records to challenge myself, some of these records didn't exist. So what I did was I created them. So I feel like I'm a pioneer, okay, in this kind of little fitness industry here. So women can go out there and they can find and be the best versions of themselves. They can find what challenges them. So when I did create these, you know, I'm a little bit competitive, and I thought, okay, these women do go out and break them. You know, maybe I'll do it again. But actually, it's been such a highlight to watch other women go and follow my footsteps and break some of these records. It's actually really inspiring. It makes me feel good that in some way, by doing one rep, okay, I've managed to make people go, hey, Kate, okay, how can I be the best I can be? I mean, for some people, these records are simply just that, they're records. But to me, they are basically my little everything, my goals to getting up, and my goals to challenging myself, and my goals to being the best I can be, because it's really about ownership and you know, making the most of everything. So yeah, I think when I look at my records, one of the ones that stand out the most is when a team of women and men get together, like the 24-hour team burpee relay, where we had 3 females and 3 males, and side by side, irrespective of gender, we set this record. If I do stand corrected, I think that the females actually accumulated the most burpees in that too, Shadi. So it might be something you might want to look out for. When I look at these records that I have achieved, there are a lot of them that the males have achieved higher records than me. So they've, you know, maybe achieved in the hour pull-ups, 1,200 reps, as opposed to my 725. How does that make me feel? That makes me feel like me. That's my capability. That's the best I can do. So, you know, we shouldn't be, you know, up against each other. We should be up against ourselves. And that's what drives me, is that, you know, I'm not really out there to break what records the males set, okay? Because there are physiological differences, and that's fine with me. But it's about me being a female and motivating other females to go out there and try to do it. That's the biggest thing. We are not bound by social norms anymore. And if we want to walk around in a pair of tights and do pull-ups for 24 hours and burpees for 24 hours, then so be it. Okay, that's what we're going to do. Okay, next slide. Right, this is some things that I've said, and I know it sounds cliche, but you have to dig deep and work hard to find out what drives you in life. I want others to know that you need to take the good with the bad. The bad days are the ones that matter the most. They are the days you grow. And we all know that, okay? So when life knocks us down, we've got to burpee our way back up. But it's actually having the courage and the guts and the determination to try. And once you do that, the magic happens. Now, this one was at the London Marathon, where I raised over $23,000 for World Childhood Cancer, and I carried a 20-kilo pack on my back. At that stage, I was a mere little female there, 52 kilos. So I was just thinking about it, and I'm thinking, wow, that's just under half my body weight. Oh, and then also sometimes I didn't feel like eating. I guess having a support team there made that easier, as they make sure I ate. My snacks are small, and so were my meals. I couldn't stomach eating too much in one go. And that's just how the records feel. You know what I mean? So when I was pretty much every record that I've done, people go, oh, do you stop? Do you eat? Do you go to the toilet? No, I do all that stuff, but only get through it because I have a support team. So I have males, I have females, I have a team, I have a family that have always been there supporting me. Okay, next slide, Shadi. Oh, whys. Okay, are there any whys in the chat yet? No, just lots of things saying, go Eva, we love you, Eva. Thank you, Marsha. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Anne. And thank you, Mr. Clark. Okay, the whys. What drives me to do this as a female, okay, as an individual, as a mum, okay? And think about it, adversities are my fuel, okay? We all face them, okay? And it's whether we're gonna let them make us or break us. I know it sounds cliche, but for every record that I've done, I always think about where I've come from, okay, and where I want to go in life. I use my adversities, growing up in housing commission, having sick parents, okay, having uneducated parents, having parents with disabilities, right? Always made me want to be the best version of myself. I felt like there was so much social injustice for them that I thought it was my opportunity to shine. I didn't go and change the world in any way, okay, but I did change the lives of the people that I am around, and that made me happy. And that's why I wanted to break these records. I wanted to challenge myself and be the best I could be. Through the records, I've carried an injury. I've got Kienbock's disease, and people go to me, oh, why are you doing these burpees and these push-ups on your knuckles? Now, the thing is, I always tell them it's because I've like got superpowers and I'm super tough, but it's not. I've got Kienbock's disease, and I've got a pin. I've got a pin in my wrist. Thank you, Anthony. A pin in my wrist. Okay, and I was told when I was in the army that I was going to get medically discharged because I wasn't able to do push-ups anymore. So I thought, what am I going to do? And lo and behold, the RAF was going to take me and make me med class 2 and give me an exemption to do push-ups on my knuckles. So I started doing push-ups on my knuckles, and then it all just happened. Okay, there was one gentleman when I was pregnant with Harley, my last child. You know, we had a push-up competition, and he beat me. He got 100 and I got 99, and I kept practicing every single day. I mean, I wasn't a child by then. I was 30 years old, you know, and I just always loved that challenge. And like I said, it was just something that I didn't let stop me. The adversities always kept me going. And sometimes it was just a challenge to get someone. Now, I've got here, everyone has a story, okay? My story has got me where I am today, and I'm completely happy with that. Now, I need you to think about what your story is. What is going to drive you to be the best version of yourself? Now, it doesn't matter. It could be going for that prime position in the workforce, you know. It can be breaking Guinness World Records. Okay, it can be staying at home, looking after the children, making your family grow. It has to be something that you're passionate about. Okay, then it has to be your driving force. Now, my story, my childhood, my young adulthood life, it molded me into the person I am today. And I think about maybe possibly the regrets that I have. And then if I have those regrets, you know, and if I could change them, would I? No, absolutely not, because it's made me the determined individual, the determined woman that I am today. Now, I've done some challenges for charities, okay? So overall, I think over 80,000, it's not much, okay? It's just a mere ripple in the ocean, but it's something. And that's what we've all got to consider when we want to empower others, we want to give back, okay? We have to do something. And so I did this. Okay, so it might not mean much, okay, to many people, but for those that are here, I think that maybe it does mean something to you. That's why you've given me your time, and I truly appreciate that. But I was able to place children in DACA in school. I was able to help children that were battling cancer get that extra day, you know, get that medication they needed to persevere through that day. And that made me feel good. That made me feel like I was doing something. I mean, I was, and I still will be. It's not over yet. Okay. Empowering others. Right. That's what life is about. Women empower women. Okay. Men empower women. Right. And that's what we need to do. We need to ensure that everything we do, okay, with the eyes on us, with the world on us, it doesn't matter who you are. You might think you're an absolute, you know, no one, and no one's going to notice anything about you. But having that person that comes into the shop, you know, and then telling them your story, okay, and then taking the time to say hello, that's empowering us. And that's what we need to do. We started at the lowest level, and we let it keep growing, and it's infectious. Trust me. Okay. Accountability to yourself. Every record I've set out to achieve, I've gotten on the grounds that I've been accountable to myself. I committed to each day of training. Okay. And some days were arduous, 4 hours a day. Some days it came naturally, righto, but I was accountable to the words that I said I was going to do, okay? And that was break these records, set these challenges, and inspire others to go out there and compete with me so they can do the same. Just a mum, I've said it before, I love it, okay, because it means so much more, righto? And it can say just a woman, but it means so much more. You think of a mum, you think of a woman, okay? You think of a house. You are the framework that holds it up. You are the foundation, righto? I do want to thank Guinness World Records for this, for the limitless opportunities that they've given women to excel in the realm of fitness and sports. So I do applaud them on that, and I hopefully more women will come up, step up to the plate, and show the world what they're capable of physically. Okay, it's great to see a girl in a boy's world. Are we not? No, not anymore. We are defying social norms. Okay, we are being the best versions of ourselves, and it doesn't scare males. Actually, I think that they appreciate it, and like Shadi said, it only works when we work together and we support one another. So I think it's now girl plus boy. Okay, we're working it out together. We're their backbones for each other. We become the platform to help each other grow. What's next with me? Well, there's always more. I don't feel that my journey is even halfway. Maybe there's 40 records, maybe there's 50 records. I look forward to working with the Guinness team, and I look forward to working with my fitness teams and my support team and my family to achieve more greatness. And like I said, the greatness that I achieve is greatness for me. It's greatness in excelling every day. It's committing to the words that I've said and told everybody that I will go and do. You know, if I'm going to go and do a 100-kilometer run with a backpack, which is yet to come, I will do it. Mark my words. And I hope that every time I apply for a new Guinness World Record and some females see it and they see that what I've achieved, it might inspire them to go and do the same. The battles that I've overcome to get here, they are, again, my driving force, okay? Growing up, the way I grew up and being a wayward teenager, you know, on those crossroads, I would like to say it was a matter of luck, but it was a matter of making the right decisions. And I was fortunate enough to sometimes have the support I needed to make those right decisions. I feel I was always one of the boys growing up in high school. I even got my Year 10 award for that. And I just thought to myself, well, that's not right. I'm not one of the boys. I'm Eva Clark. Okay, and we aren't defined by sex when it comes to physical attributes and our capabilities. So I do certainly hope I'm inspiring other women and men, everybody, to want to go out and be the best versions of themselves and not being defined by labels such as being female and being male. Does anyone have any questions at the moment for me? I'd be happy to answer them. Come on, fire away. I'm getting paid the big bucks here, $1 million an hour, just to inspire people. I'm joking. My sense of humor is terrible. Okay. No, I'm doing this because I love what I do. And I hope, again, more women get out there. They've broken 6 of the records or 5 of the records. They go out and they break the other 11. How I maintain my motivation. Okay, the big thing that I do is it made it become a habit. It's part of my lifestyle, righto? I get up and I don't not think about training. Okay, I think about feeling good, and feeling good for me involves some sort of movement, positive, happy movement. Now, I always say to people, when you go on a holiday, righto, you never neglect to brush your teeth, go for a shower, or look after your personal hygiene. Exercise is the same, okay? It's such an underutilized medication. I think more doctors should prescribe it because it makes you feel good, and that is why I'm addicted to the exercise, okay? Because it does make me feel good, and that is my motivation, because I'm not here for a long time, okay? I'm not here for a good time either, right? Because I take the good with the bad, but I am here and I'm going to make the most of every single day to be the best version I can of myself as a woman, as a wife, as a mother, as a friend, as a trainer. So yeah, it's not about motivation. It's about just wanting it every day. It's a habit. Any other questions? I'm curious, what advice you have for people who haven't trained before but want to start? I think for many of us, there is a fear that everyone else has been training since forever and will judge us for starting only now. You know what? That's the thing. No one is watching you. Get that out of your head, right? Everyone is so concerned with what is happening with themselves in their lives at the moment. It only feels like eyes are on you. If you go to the gym that very first time and you don't go back because you feel like everyone is watching you, they're not even going to remember you because they weren't watching you. The thing is, start today. Winning starts today. Start with 1 rep. Start with 1 minute. Start with 1 kilometer. Just start, and then the magic will happen because you will want it. You will feel good and you will chase that feeling. That is what it's about. How do you even start when you have never trained anything? That's the thing. There's a lot of information and there is a lot of people to connect to. Okay, there is a lot of valuable personal trainers out there that you can reach out to. Okay, as mentors, there is information at your fingertips. These days, you have access to resources that people didn't have access to 20 years ago. Okay, Google away, find what's going to work for you, do some investigating. Okay, and there is no wrong time to start. I didn't start the Guinness World Records until in my 30s. I didn't start jiu-jitsu until my 30s, and now I have my black belt in jiu-jitsu. Right? I committed to something. I said I was going to do it, and I did it. Now, you owe yourself that. They say you only die once. Okay, that's true, but you live every day. That's true. Okay, so you need to live every day, and you need to start. Okay, if you're not exercise isn't the be all and end all. Okay, but it matters. Okay, because it matters in making you feel good. Now, like I said, I'm preaching to the converted, righto, but hopefully in some way it's made you think. What can I do? You can also reach out to me. I'm here, okay? And then if I am in any connection of knowing a PT that is in your area, because the world is pretty small now, okay, because we are all connected, I can help you, righto? That's what I'm here for. You must get lazy days. How do you motivate yourself and get yourself back into working out? Of course I have lazy days. I'm human, okay? Righto? We all have lazy days. And you know what? Take them. And that's just your body probably telling you need a rest, right? And your lazy days, they shouldn't, look, you got Saturday and Sunday in some countries, you got Friday and Saturday in others, okay? They shouldn't last longer than that, righto? Even if it's a walk. Trust me, I love walking. So just get out there and move. Your body will appreciate it. Your mind will thank you for it, okay? Sarah, okay, how does breaking Guinness World Records also inspire you to being a mum? Well, as a mum, okay, I lead by example. This is expectations that you want your children to excel in life. And you have a responsibility as a parent to excel yourself. Just because you've become a mum doesn't mean that you stop being you. Righto. So through my journey of parenthood, I started very young. My first child I had when I was 20 years old. So I kind of grew up with my daughter, Tyler. And then I never stopped. If it wasn't Guinness World Records, like it has been in the last 10 years, it was bodybuilding. And from bodybuilding, it was soccer. Righto. And from soccer, it was jiu-jitsu. Yeah, and it's ultra marathon running, and it's Guinness World Records. I love the feeling of being physically challenged, and I love the feeling of being a mum, and I love the feeling of being me. And when you become a mum, okay, those feelings of being who you are as an individual and as a woman, okay, should never go away. Okay, you've got to make them coexist and not neglect yourself and the way you feel. Okay, as a parent and a woman and a mother. Okay, at all. And what did it add to your personality, and how do you deal with your day-to-day challenges in life? When I think about the challenges that I've been through, I think it's given me the perseverance, right? I've been knocked down. And I know I don't burpee my way back up, but everybody seems to think I do, because I think I tell everybody I do. Look, I tell my kids that when life does knock you down and you do get back up, okay, the challenge it's not going to be over. Okay, there's going to be the good days and there's going to be the bad days, righto? And you need to know the difference between the two, and you need to be searching for those good days, and not just searching for them, you need to make them happen. You are the only person responsible for your feelings, okay? And you're the only one that can make things change. So if you find yourself in a pit, stuck deep down in there, you're the only one that can get yourself out. And when I say that, okay, that means if you need the support, if you need the help, you need to ask for it. There's no shame in it. And I always say to my kids that, you know, when they've seen me in my darkest moments, okay, we've all been in life where we've lost things and people, and it's very hard to come back from. But that same perseverance, that same grit that I've applied in life to get through day by day, I apply it to the Guinness World Records, and I show my kids as a mother, as a woman, that that's what they need to do. Because one of my biggest, biggest things with my children is that I need to lead by example, okay? Because if I expect them to be the best, they need to see me doing it. I talk a lot about being a mom. Do you have any tips for how to motivate children, especially girls, to exercise, especially at a time in a pandemic when they're so often on screens and reluctant to be active? You need to connect. I've got a 15-year-old daughter at the moment, and there was a lot of times when we were back in Abu Dhabi, and what I did was I made the effort to ask her every single day, even if she said no every single day, because maybe just once she would say yes. So as a mother with girls, especially in the teenage years, don't give up on them, okay? If they say no 100 times, you ask 101 times until they do say yes. And then they'll realize that it's not as bad as it seems. Yeah, and then they'll do it again. But the big thing I can suggest is that if you do expect your children to move and to do things, let them see you do it as well. Okay, there's nothing worse than you know, sitting there telling them to do this and not living by that principle as well. Okay, we need to lead by example, more of it. We don't live in a world where we should be exactly telling our children what to do. We should be working with them so they can be the best versions of themselves, okay? And we can only help create those versions by, you know, leading by example and getting involved in their lives. Like I said, if they say no 100 times, ask 101. Okay, any other questions? No? Well, I have really enjoyed talking. You can place the next screen, Shadi. Okay. Oh, there's me with some of my Guinness World Records, the highlight of my physical career. Look, I have moved to Australia, as most of you have recently known. And so I came here, and I found it very difficult, the transition. Now, I've started a jiu-jitsu academy with my husband, who's currently still in Abu Dhabi, and it's been a very difficult transition. So the team that I lead currently are all males. I live in a small country town, and I have about 30 males. Okay, and what I feel is that they don't at all feel that their jiu-jitsu suffers because of my gender. I feel that irrespective of being a female, that because I am equal to the task, they see me as a valuable individual. Okay, so I know that it's International Women's Day and we all excel at our own personal thing, in things in life. But if you value your worth, okay, and you work hard, okay, every day to achieve the greatness that it is that you're seeking, mark my word, okay, you will get the respect you deserve. And I feel I have done so through my Guinness World Record achievements, through my leadership and mentoring in fitness, through my leading and mentoring in now jiu-jitsu. Irrespective of gender, okay, I have worked hard to be the woman, to be the mum, and to sometimes still be that little girl, okay, that I've always been. And I really do appreciate the fact that you've given me the time to share my story. Again, if there are any quick of Instagram questions, sorry, I was just reading that there. What is my Instagram page? It's at Fitness Evolution. Should I write it in the type message or should I just say it? So it's not spelled like evolution. It's spelled like evolution. So at Fitness Evolution, EVALUTION. Okay. Well, righto. So that is my Instagram page. I didn't know if I had to spell that out or put that up in there. But look, it doesn't matter who you are in the world. If you want to be awesome, get up tomorrow. I'll say get up tomorrow because it's midnight here in Australia, and go bloody do it. Okay. There's nothing holding you back but you. All right, Shadi, is there another slide? Thank you, Sarah.
There is one more.
Okay, there is. I thought we were done. All right, just some things, okay, that mean a lot to me. Things that I've said in some recent interviews with Guinness World Records. Okay. Look, whether we realize it or not, we're all inspiring each other. Thank you, Farida. Okay, whether they realize it or not, women inspire each other to achieve greatness. Okay, and rightly so, righto. Maybe it's our competitive nature a little bit, but also, you know, women know women pretty well, righto, and the support sometimes is amazing. Look, the pain was so intense. I trained continuously for the hour, and lifting your body with split hands 3,737 times is really tough. And I think I did 3,737 because I was 37 at the time. Okay. See, Sarah, patterns. It was hard because this time no one was doing them alongside me. Yep. I had that pull-up bar all to myself, not like the push-ups, not like the burpees. Okay. And, doing that 725 pull-ups in the first hour really wrecked me. But I said I was going to do 12 and 24 hours, and mark my words, I trained for it, and that's what I did. Righto. So if that's what we want to get good at, us women, okay, that's what we will get good at. We will get good at the things that we repeatedly do. All right, and then eventually I lost the range of motion in my wrist, and we all know that was because of Kienbock's disease, and they had to put a pin in place due to injury. So that made me medically unfit to continue my position in the Royal Australian Corps of Transport, and voila, here it sent me. Yeah, exactly where I needed to be. That was just life pushing me in the direction, okay, of Guinness World Records, right, to achieve greatness. And I am thankful for everything. Like, even I wouldn't undo the injury that I have had, righto, because without it, it wouldn't have made me the person, the woman that I am today. And that's the thing, is taking the adversities and using them to your advantage. Okay, you can sit there and you can sit in a pit with them and let them hold you back, or you can carry them forward and let them drive you to the rest of your life. All right, next slide, Shadi. All right, there's more. Okay, I could have given up as a kid, but I didn't want to. I needed to get away from welfare and the environment of alcohol and abuse. As soon as I finished school, I packed up and joined the military. I chose something that allowed me to continue sport and escape the lifestyle I had been accustomed to as a child. Now, this is the adversity that drove me towards fitness. Okay, family, mum, dad, okay, came from Hungary and Czechoslovakia at very young ages. Okay, dad drank, mum was schizophrenic, mum has 3 children with disabilities, and then myself, growing up in housing commission, cycle of abuse, cycle of foster care, in and out of schools, and teachers telling me, oh my God, you are good at sport. And it kept me there. Okay. I found my niche. I found what would save me. Okay. It was myself and my ability. Okay. And drive. And so I used that. I channeled that from a very young age. And I remember when I was 8 years old, and I was just sitting at home, and it was just chaotic. There was fighting, there was drinking, and I went for a run. 8 years old, all by myself, you know, and I just kept running, came home, you know, and I felt good. And I escaped. the trauma. And I don't feel like I use the exercise and the fitness and the Guinness Worlds to escape the trauma, but because I used it as a driving force for my whole life, it's made me persevere. And so without that wayward upbringing, I'm not sure I'd be the individual I am today, the one that could fight through 24 hours of burpees, 24 hours of pull-ups, 24 hours of ultra marathons. But I am thankful for everything that happened to me in the most positive way, that has made me who I am today, and it's made me be around the people that support me each and every day. When I look at the next one, I remember feeling nervous. I was like, what have I got myself into? But if I say I'm going to do something, then I know I will get it done. And that couldn't be, that is exactly the truth, okay? Every single record I've gone in and I was like, sugar honey iced tea, what have I done? Am I going to get through this? I know I convinced myself I would, but you don't go and run a marathon before you actually do a marathon to know that you can run a marathon. So, you know, my training, was it enough? You know, you do start second guessing yourself, but I've always said to myself, whatever I've done how many? Several ultra marathons, and I've always said to myself, I've never quit. Okay, and the Guinness World Records are the same. I'm saying, if some chance I can't do it, they're going to have to carry me off on a stretcher, and I'm going to have to be put in an ambulance. But I will not stop until I've achieved or I've emptied the tank. And nerves are good. Nerves means it matters to you, and every single Guinness World Record or every challenge I've done as a woman has mattered to me. All right, if you have a bad day, 2, 3, or 4 of them, you are the only one that can change it. Get up every day and be ambitious and set your goals. They may seem crazy to some, but who cares? They are your goals and your dreams. Only you can achieve them to be happy. You are in complete control of your life, okay? And that's how I feel every day. About those negative days, about those days that I don't feel like getting out of bed, they come, okay? That's fine. They are moments in life. They're fleeting, okay? And they will go away, righto? But you will remember all the good things you've done, okay? Sometimes you might remember the things that you didn't done and that you don't want to. You don't want to have those regrets. I've just got something here. Okay. Tosia, tell everyone about HUA and what we do as a team. Okay, HUA has been in my life for a long time, and they've been around a lot of Guinness World Records. And basically, they were actually the team that did the last Guinness World Record with me on Zoom. 3, Teresa, Anna, myself, Brandon, Ivan, and Mr. Daniel Gill. Okay, so we're HUA evolved at NYU Abu Dhabi, and despite being stopped by COVID, righto, we didn't let that demotivate us, and we've got an awesome team, including Tosia, okay, Lucas and Matthew, and sometimes Jacob and Alex with Tosia, okay, that come together to test themselves in training regimens the way that I train specifically for Guinness World Records. Okay, so basically we get on Zoom 4 times a week. Someone did ask that question, how do you stay inspired, or how do you get started? When I said that data and information and PTs are at your fingertips, we are literally at your fingertips. Okay, so I work and train with an awesome bunch of people at NYU, and we get on 4 times a week, and we push ourselves to our absolute limits, okay? Some days they're easy, but I think we'll go with 85% of the days being absolutely smashing, righto? But that's what we do. We get up despite having COVID interfere with our lives. We find ways and people that we can connect to make things happen. So HUA, Anthony's telling me this, Anthony's asking me, say what HUA stands for. Well, HUA, if you ask Teresa, it would stand for hurt, but it's heard, understood, acknowledged, okay? It's a military acronym that we use basically just because it intensifies the boot camp element of the fitness. And basically that is what it is. And I really love the team that I get to work with. with. And again, being female, leading a lot of females and a lot of males that participate in the group. Basically, we are, like we said, I'm equal to the task. My expectations of anyone physically, I always put myself in their shoes. So if I expect them to run 1K, maybe I'll run 10 to understand what it feels like. But my philosophy is, if I'm a leader and a female leader, okay, I want to lead by example, and I want to ensure, okay, that I've got the ability, the capabilities to do what I need to do to make sure that the team have that respect for me as a leader in that realm in fitness. So I certainly do hope that in some way tonight, if you've been thinking about doing something that makes you be, you know, your best version of yourself, that you went, yep, I'm going to do it. Look, I can lead a horse to water, but I can't make it drink. Okay. It's completely up to the individuals to go out there, take complete ownership of their life. Righto. And it's what are you going to do about it? Okay. People will connect with you, they will guide you, and they'll walk beside you. But at the end of the day, you are ultimately responsible for yourself, your well-being, your happiness. Okay. And so look, if there's anything I can suggest, if there's any females out there that want to go break these records, I'll be the first one to get on Instagram and send you a congratulations message, because going out there and being the best version of yourself each day, okay, or not each day, because let's get real, there are real sucky days as well, but a majority of days, okay, is what it is about, okay? And then if you do have that crap day, getting up the next day, righto, and going off, brush it off, keep moving forward, all right? So, has anyone got anything else? It's way past my bedtime, but I like talking by the sounds of it. Shadi, is there another slide?
It's a thank you slide.
Oh, well, thank you, team, for taking the time to join me tonight. And I know that, Shadi, this video will be placed on the net, so people can review later. But hopefully everybody's enjoyed it.